Really excited about this match. We got our Code Ninjas Hanover, our Horde Silver team, taking on the Monterey Whales Silver team from Monterey, California. So it should be a good match. The Whales always bring a great team to the match. Should be a lot of fun today. Let me just update our scores and our teams here, and we'll be ready to go here shortly. We're running Escort today. So with Escort, we have try to escort the payload from the start point to the end point. So we'll be back here just shortly within a couple minutes to kick this thing off. Just waiting to hear from Monterey. So we'll be right back.
Hello everybody, my name is Josh, and I want to introduce you to two clubs we're offering here at Code Ninjas Hanover. They're Minecraft Club and Roblox Club. If you have a Minecraft or Roblox fanatic in your house and they're between 7 to 14 years old, get them enrolled in these clubs. They're going to have a really good time. These clubs run on Mondays. Minecraft Club runs 5:30 to 6:30, and Roblox Club runs 6:30 to 7:30. And they're going to teach your kids how to develop games within Minecraft and Roblox. Minecraft uses a software called MCreator, which will teach them how to use, and it builds mod packs so they can develop their own Galacticraft, their own Spider-Man version of Minecraft. Really, the sky's the limit as creative as they want to get with MCreator. Roblox uses Roblox Studio, which is a great 3D game development environment. It also teaches them how to work in 3D design and understanding the physics of working in a 3D game development environment. So both softwares are great. The other added benefit of this is that you kids will be able to take this software home and install on their own computer. So it's not just the 1 hour a week they'll be able to work here. They'll be able to continue to work on what they learned at home. Each one of these clubs is $89 a month, or if you sign up for both and you want them here for the 2 consecutive hours for the club, it's $159 a month. So a little bit of cost savings there. So these slots are expected to fill up quickly. We have just a few left, so if you want to get them enrolled, get them enrolled. The clubs start in October, and we look forward to seeing your ninjas here at the center.
All right, we are back. We are just waiting to get things set up here. Looks like we had a player drop off and waiting to hear from them on that we're good to go. So hopefully just another minute and we'll get this kicked off. Should be a great match between the Hanover Horde Silver team taking on the Monterey Silver Whales. So we'll be right back.
Game over.
All right, we are back. So we are going to just waiting for them for the final word to get started. And we'll be ready to go here shortly. Let me play one more commercial, and hopefully we'll get back to it.
Yeah, I'm not going to rotate. It doesn't matter at all.
Esports is a multi-billion-dollar industry. We're taking that and we're delivering it to elementary and middle school kids.
Yo, you guys are getting pretty wrecked by that. All right, push up with me.
We're bridging the gap between conventional athletics and competitive gaming. We have kids working on the same technology that the pros are training to improve their skills.
When did you lose? Why did you lose? Like the games that you lost, why did you lose?
Through a partnership with the Positive Coaching Alliance, our coaches go through a double goal certification. They learn not only how to work through the strategies of the different games they're playing, but they also work through how to impact these kids' lives in a positive way. They get to mark and highlight behaviors and attributes that will lead to long-term life skills. love being Battle Mercy.
Yes, Battle Mercy.
No, it's not. Why don't you tell us your favorite move that Mercy does? So what brought me to XP League is the experience of my children. I had always hoped and wanted them to be a part of a youth athletic.
All right, we are back and we are kicking this thing off. Let me get the get this set up here. As you can see, just got to set something up over here real quick. Just there we go. All right, so here we are in Rialto. This is the first map. They'll be pushing the payload from this direction. Here you see the payload. If you're rooting for the Horde, the Hanover Horde Silver team, they will be in blue. If you're rooting for the Monterey Bay Whales, they will be in red. So that's what we're having today. As you can see, we got a payload here. The intent of the payload is to push it across the map to 3 different points. Each time you get to a point, you get 1 point. And there's 3 total points, so if you can push it the entire length of the map, then you get 3 points. One team will be trying to defend to stop the payload from being pushed. The other team will be pushing the payload, trying to get it. The Horde, you can see here, is set up on defense. They will be running a Reinhardt, a Diva, a Lucio, Ashe, Mercy, and a Reaper. And looks like on the Monterey, they'll be running a Winston, a Genji, a Sigma, a Soldier 76, a Lucio, and a Moira. So interesting comps here. I've never seen the Horde run this comp, so we'll see how this plays out for them. So the Whales are coming from the top left position, coming down there. The Winston comes in here doing what he does best, the dive tank, but a good shield set up by Lucio, by Guapo, who is Josiah. He's in there. Ashe gets an elimination, played by Asian Tech Ethan on the Genji. But the Whales come back with an elimination on our Reinhardt with their Lucio. So the Whales do manage, but a good resurrection there by Declan brings back our Josiah. And he's right there in the mix, swinging that hammer. Looks like the MB Whales Winston did have fall. Looks like he fell into the creek. Ethan with a good elimination on their Lucio. So Horde's doing a good job here, keeping them from being able to secure this first payload and start their push. Here you see Winston again dropping behind enemy lines, what he does best. But he's quickly taken out by the Diva of the Horde. So again, Horde's doing a good job here defending this payload, keeping them from securing the push. They have 2 minutes and 51 seconds to get to that first point. If they manage to keep them, there you see the Gravitron unleashed by the Monterey Bay Whales. Sigma. But doesn't really find anybody home, and the rest of the team's not able to take advantage of it. So Horde is somewhat fortunate there. Elimination, the Sigma of the Whales does manage to get elimination, and then a couple eliminations by Soldier 76 gives them a slight numbers advantage. The Whales a slight numbers advantage. Allows them in a position to potentially start pushing the payload, but coming right back, a good elimination there. A couple good eliminations by the Reinhardt. Played by El Guapo, one of the better Reinhardt players in the league right now. Probably the most improved player on the Horde in general, but he's ultimately taken out. You can see the convalescence of the Moira from the Whales manages to do some damage and to drive the Horde back, allowing the Whales to start to finally push the payload. All right, so let's take a look at the action here. We got Diva, played by Jackson here, but he's demac'd by the Winston, played by the Monterey Bay Whales. Here comes Josiah. Again, he's the difference maker a lot of times with the Horde play. He's coming in here. Did a good job. Ashe with a good elimination on the Monterey Bay Whales Tracer. But Soldier 76 does take out Josiah, does take up the Reinhardt of the Horde. So trading some players here. Couple good eliminations on our Reaper, and some fall damage by Tracer. Tracer does manage to fall. So that gives the Horde a chance to potentially come in here and knock them off the payload, which looks like it's happening. Another Gravitron unleashed by the Monterey Bay Whales. Sigma does manage to take out the Reinhardt. And it does allow them to achieve the first point, but the Reaper played by the Hanover Horde. Unleashes his ultimate, takes out 1, 2, 3, 4, and then follows it up with another elimination on their Winston. Sending pretty much the entire team back minus the Tracer, which you see skirting back to their spawn point. So it's a good play by the Reaper there, CNH Horde 5. That is Mellow Maniac, so I believe that's Cam that's playing Reaper this time. So good job there, Cam. So Horde again doing a good job. They were able to move to the first point, but they managed to slow them down pretty considerably. So it gives them a good advantage on time the second time around. But the intent and the goal is to stop them from achieving the next point. Soldier 76 does manage to take out the Reinhardt of the Horde. Soldier 76 seems to be a pretty good player for the Monterey Bay Whales right now, getting a couple critical eliminations. But Mercy does manage to res Declan, reses Josiah there, so good play there. Bringing our Josiah back, allowing the rest of the team DPSs to get back into the action. But again, he's taken out by the Soldier 76. He seems to be the kryptonite to our Reinhardt's Superman. So. All right, there you see Sigma take out the Reaper and Moira demeching our Diva. All right, so the Horde's over here. Ethan did manage to take out one of their players, but Monterey Bay Whales Soldier 76 managed to come right back and take out Ash, who's played by Agent Tech. But here comes Josiah. Couple good eliminations, taking out the Tracer and the Moira, but the Moira comes back and takes out another Gravitron, unleashed by the Monterey Bay Whales, takes out Josiah there. So some really good play by both teams here. Trading lives, the Monterey Bay Whales are continuing to push payload. 1 minute, 20 seconds left. They've just got to get right around the corner there to get to the second point. But the Horde's doing a good job being disruptive. Here comes the Diva of Jackson right into the mix, but unfortunately it's a 1v5 without the rest of the team there, and that's not going to last very long. So here you see the Horde getting ready to get set up. We got trying to set up behind the shield of El Guapo there, but he's taken out by the Winston of the Whales, but a good res there by the Mercy of the Horde until he's taken out. So trading eliminations here. A couple good eliminations by the Moria, taking out Agent Tech and the Lucio. And then a couple eliminations by the team, nearly a team wipe by the Whales. So good job getting to that second point and really driving back the Heroes, or I'm sorry, the Horde, by allowing them to achieve that second point. So here comes Josiah charging in here. Does manage to take out that Soldier 76, who's been really difficult for him. Clearly matches up well against the Reinhardt, but the Reinhardt's taken out by the Winston of Monterey Bay Whales. A lot of skirmishes taking place in and around the payload right now. Winston does manage to take out the Mercy. Ultimate unleashed by the by Cam, by Beast Mode. So good job there, and the Diva Bomb unleashed by his brother, by Jackson. So good job, takes out 3 of the Whales. Good. They've got 1 minute 16 seconds to get to this third point. Let's see if the Horde is able to stop the Whales from making this final push here. It's a good Reinhardt play here. You see another elimination by the Reinhardt, taking out the Soldier 76. Yet another Gravitron, and it does manage to take out the Hanover Horde Lucio and Reinhardt with that Gravitron. So he's been really disruptive and really spot on targeting our Reinhardt with that Gravitron. Looks like Agent Tech is playing Ash right now, doing a pretty good job. Again, looks like we're trading eliminations, but largely the payload has been pretty stationary the last minute or so, so the Horde's doing a good job. We're closer to our spawn right now, so it's, as you can see, that helps us out a little bit. But they do manage to take out our Reaper, our Reinhardt, and our Diva, putting us a numbers advantage while they make this final push. Just 16 seconds left, so the Horde need to stop them for 16 more seconds and then knock them off the payload. Reinhardt does, their Winston does take out our Agent Tech, does take out Ethan. Their Lucio in there being disruptive. So just a few seconds left, and then the Horde just needs to remove them from the payload. So good charge by Josiah there. Knocks a couple of them back, takes out their Moira. Not before their Moira takes out our our Diva, allowing them to continue to push. So they just need to push into this little statue room here. The Horde need to get together and just take them out and get them off that payload because they are in overtime, but they're continuing to push. You can see them all standing there on that payload. So it looks like the Horde has switched over, and with the Reinhardt does manage to, with the Winston does manage to take him out. Josiah taking on the Winston here, who unleashes his ultimate. Let's see if they're able to drive him back and knock them all off the payload. It doesn't appear they're going to be able to. A couple eliminations there with the Reinhardt, the Lucio, the Reaper, all getting eliminations from the Horde, driving them back, eliminating their overtime, and manages to stop them from getting the 3rd point. So good push by the Monterey Bay Whales, able to get 2 points on the first map. So now we're going to flip sides, and the Horde is going to get their shot at pushing this payload. So good play on both sides. So what you're going to see is this payload is going to disappear, leaving a little gold box on the floor. And then the Horde will have to push at least past that gold box in order to secure the win. Which point they'll win the map. If they aren't able to secure the first 2 points and then push it further than this box, then they will lose the first map. All right, so should be a good map. It was fun to watch that first one. A good, nice, evenly matched level that first time. So good job, first evenly matched round. So there you saw that gold box light up. We'll zip our way through that second point there. Zip our way on down here through Rialto to the first point. There you see. And then we'll come up here around. So typically defenses are set up somewhere in this area. You saw when the Horde set up their defense, they were pretty much right on the point. Conventionally, a lot of teams like to set up back here, use the high ground, use these corners to protect themselves. A lot of times they'll set up a bastion or some type of long-range fire weapon up here on these edges. But looks like everybody's running a fairly similar configuration to last time. Looks like Agent Tech has switched over to use a Hanzo this time. It looks like CNH Horde 2, his beast mode, has swapped over to be using a Winston. So let's see how this plays out this time. You can see that Winston gets in behind him. So that's really where his strengths are. Good elimination by Winston and Reinhardt, taking out a couple of the other team of the Monterey Bay Silver Whales. Looks like somebody keeps trying to invite me into a game, so I have to keep denying that. So good numbers advantage by the Horde. It looks like they're going to be able to start pushing this payload once they clear that Lucio out. All right, so here you see them pushing the payload. So good job by the Horde to push the Whales defense back. All right, so the Horde continues to push, doing a really good job here. I don't want to say they're running a pirate ship because their Reinhardt's out there doing his work. They does manage to trade a couple eliminations here. So our Agent Tech gets taken out by their Winston. But our Winston comes right back and gets an elimination with the Reinhardt, the Reaper. And just good team eliminations there. Gets a boop off of Tracer. And the Horde continues to push. So a good first point push here for the Horde. Really quick, really good job. Really efficient movement, really efficient team working together here as a team. There you see El Guapo there running in, charging in. See if the rest of the team is able to charge in and help them out. Do manage to take out their Reinhardt. Winston dives in there, a couple eliminations. Did have a res by both Mercies. Res goes to Winston and the Reinhardt. Ultimate unleashed by the Horde Reaper. Played by Cam, takes out 1, 2, 3, and then the Winston manages to fall off the map into the water, allowing the Horde to continue to push the payload. So really nice battle there waged by the Horde as they all sit atop of this payload and get ready for this next push to the second point. So here you see Reinhardt on Reinhardt action going on, swinging their hammers, keeping the rest of the team from being able to jump behind the shield. Reinhardt does manage to take him out with the help of Winston there. Agent Tech gets a nice elimination on the Reinhardt. But the Tracer comes in and takes out our Winston. So good eliminations on both. They had a couple good eliminations there by the Reaper, taking out the Tracer and Soldier 76 of the Whales. And the payload continues to move, but here comes the Winston of the Monterey Bay Whales getting behind us, doing what he does so well, but we're going to match him with our own Winston. So here you see the ultimate unleashed by Ethan, played by Agent Tech, getting 1-2 eliminations, taking out both of their support characters. And then Reinhardt come following up with 3 eliminations on the team, so good play. Good ultimate combination followed up by good play. Good resurrection there by Declan, bringing Winston back. Really keeping this team all nearly fully stacked. So excellent job by the team there, working together, pushing to the second point extremely quickly, and well on our way, working towards the third point. So here you see Brigitte getting a little bit behind us, taking on Lucio here. So we got a support battle going on till the Reaper comes back, and he should quickly be able to take care of her, along with the help of the Winston. Which they do, and the payload continues to move. Alright, so the Horde is playing a really good game here. You can see they've switched to a Wrecking Ball now, so let's see how that plays against the Horde comp. Wrecking Ball can be really frustrating to try to deal with, but with him getting so close and tight in there with the Reinhardt, anytime you get within swing range of that Reinhardt, he inflicts a lot of damage. Horde is continuing to push pretty quickly with this payload toward the third point. Reinhardt on Reinhardt battle. El Guapo manages to take him out. And then a nice charge with that, taking out the Soldier 76. So really good move there. And you can see El Guapo is in there behind the team. Doing what tanks do best, is take space and time, allowing the rest of your team to move in there and your DPS elements to take the eliminations. All right, so a lot of skirmishing happened. You can see the red gold box. That's as far as they need to go. Soldier 76 does manage to take out a Reinhardt. Looks like the rest of the team is back here trying to deal with this Wrecking Ball. Was a good choice. Ethan unleashes his ultimate. Agent Tech takes out 1, 2, 3 of the Monterey Bay Whales. So good job there. Ultimate unleashed by the Reaper. Doesn't find anybody home, but train eliminations here, and the ultimate unleashed by the Wrecking Ball there to put mines in place. But let's see if they're able to still manage to push this payload. Still 2 minutes 55 seconds, so a lot of time left on the clock. One well-timed ultimate by the Horde could make the difference in this. As you can see, Guapo in there was trying to clean up the mines, but he was ultimately taken out by the Tracer. Here you see the rest of the Horde coming in. Again, Wrecking Ball seems to have made a difference in this match, but it's not enough. A little bit too little, too late. The Horde manages to push past the point that the Whales were able to push, allowing them to win the first map. So good job there by the Hanover Horde, managed to take Rialto. Here you see El Guapo, who plays Reinhardt, coming in here. Fire Strike manages to take out the Moira, manages to take out the Tracer. Coming here with a couple more smashes, knocking the Lucio into the water. So good job. Good play by there by El Guapo. Good job by Josiah. And good job Hanover Horde earning the first points of the map. We'll come back here in just 1 minute with the next map. We're going to be playing Route 66 here in about another minute. We'll see you then.
Hello everybody, my name is Josh, and I want to introduce you to 2 clubs we're offering here at Code Ninjas Hanover. They're Minecraft Club and Roblox Club. If you have a Minecraft or Roblox fanatic in your house, and they're between 7 to 14 years old, get them enrolled in these clubs. They're going to have a really good time. These clubs run on Mondays. Minecraft Club runs 5:30 to 6:30, and Roblox Club runs 6:30 to 7:30. And they're going to teach your kids how to develop games within Minecraft and Roblox. Minecraft uses a software called MCreator, which will teach them how to use, and it builds mod packs so they can develop their own Galacticraft, their own Spider-Man version of Minecraft. Really, the sky's the limit as creative as they want to get with MCreator. Roblox uses Roblox Studio, which is a great 3D game development environment. It also teaches them how to work in 3D design and understanding the physics of working in a 3D game development environment. So both softwares are great. The other added benefit of this is that you kids will be able to take this software home and install on their own computer. So it's not just the 1 hour a week they'll be able to work here. they'll be able to continue to work on what they learned at home. Each one of these clubs is $89 a month, or if you sign up for both and you want them here for the 2 consecutive hours for the club, it's $159 a month. So a little bit of cost savings there. So these slots are expected to fill up quickly. We have just a few left, so if you want to get them enrolled, get them enrolled. The clubs start in October, and we look forward to seeing your ninjas here at the center.
Dude, I got all the kills that first round.
I've got the mercy. Yeah, I'm not gonna discuss it.
I don't have any.
I need heals. I need heals. Rebuff on the point.
Alright, nice job, guys. They only got 6 seconds.
As long as I can.
They have no 6.
Nice! No! Is that us?
Nice.
We got it.
Good game.
All right, and we are back. I'm just waiting for the go-ahead from the Whales. We've swapped the map over to Route 66, which is our second escort map. We've also swapped sides, so if you're rooting for the Whales, they're going to be blue this time, and the Horde will be red. So that'll allow them to play the defense first, and then the Horde will be playing offense first by trying to push the payload. All right, so just waiting to get the go-ahead from them, and then we'll kick this map off. Again, the Horde played really well that first time. Really proud how well they played that time, because the Whales are a good team. They're historically really good quality silver team. I think they won it all last season. So proud of the boys for coming together, rallied. They've had so much improvement this season. As we see each and every season, the quality of play just goes up and up. So here you hear him yell for the Horde in there, ready to kick this map off. As you can see, I credited the Horde with the point for winning the first map, and here's the second point. This is Route 66. This is a lot of people's favorite map for escort. We'll just kind of zoom through it here real quick. As you can see, the payload's going to travel this route. It's going to be the first point here, coming through this direction here into its second point. Then it goes down through here through this corridor, past this 18-wheeler to the final point. So that's going to be the course that we're going to be taking. Take a little reverse path here. So here you see the Monterey Bay Whales are defending, and the Horde will be pushing the payload first this time. So again, Whales are in blue, the Horde is in red. Let's see what we have in terms of makeups. Looks like the Whales are going to be running an Echo this time, so the Echo's got the ability to mimic the capabilities of other players. So interesting to see that played. Typically not played at the silver level, so it's interesting to see that played. And looks like the heroes, the Horde, the Hanover Horde, are going to be running a Reinhardt, Winston, Lucio. Hanzo is going to be played by Agent Tech this time, a Mercy, and a Reaper. All right, so here you see the Horde coming out. Let's see if they're able to establish and take over this payload. Looks like a strong defense set up by Monterey Bay, setting up together. Reinhardt on Reinhardt battle there, taking place right there out front. Let's see who's managed to win that fight. The Reinhardt of Josiah manages to win out. Josiah gets a couple eliminations, played gamer tag on Guapo. Reaper gets a couple eliminations too, with a Mercy manages to take out their Echo. So the Horde quickly takes over the payload. Good resurrection by Declan there to bring back the Reinhardt, and the Horde are off to a quick push, taking over that payload, sending the Monterey Bay Whales back to their spawn. So we've got CNH Horde 5, pelled by Melomaniac. That's Cam. He's going to be playing Reaper this time. All right, charge in there by the Reinhardt of the Monterey Bay Whales. Manages to knock a good portion of us off the top. But good eliminations. Agent Tech, a couple eliminations, taking out support characters of the Monterey Bay Whales, taking out that Moira. So good job there, and they continue to push. A little skirmish over here with Lucio up top and then Tracer. Two of the faster characters on the map, a little hard to kind of track and get a hold of, but they managed to take both of them out and continue the push. But it did allow them to get their players back. The Reinhardt did manage to take out our Lucio, but Agent Tech and Cam Melomaniac managed to push them back and get the Horde to the first point. So good job by the Horde. Resurrection by Declan, bringing back our Lucio, and we're at full strength as we push into the second point. You can see the Whales are waiting for us. Looks like a Diva Bomb. Went off a little prematurely for the Whale standpoint, and then the Horde's going to take advantage of that with El Guapo there pushing in and taking out that Diva after the unsuccessful Diva Bomb. So a couple eliminations. Cam gets I'm sorry. Yeah, Cam gets an elimination with the Reaper there. Sorry, Jackson. That's Jackson playing the Reaper this time. He usually plays Diva, so the little different comps are really interesting here to what they're playing. Alright, so little skirmishes. They did manage to... We walked away from the payload a little bit to kind of deal with these guys. But again, Josiah, El Guapo, a couple eliminations, taking out the Reinhardt, the Moira, putting them down 3 players. We got the Diva back here of the Monterey Bay Whales, getting a little skirmish here with the Hanzo, but the rest of the team quickly rallies, comes back and takes DMX her, and then ultimately eliminates her. So hopefully that allows them to get back here to the payload, which it does, and they will continue to push. The Echo does manage to sneak in behind us, but looks like she's going to retreat back to get back with the rest of her team. Alright, so good fire strikes being sent out by El Guapo there, playing as Reinhardt. Hard to keep track of all the action here. Reinhardt on Reinhardt battle again. The Monterey Bay Reinhardt went out this time. Attempt at a resurrection by Declan there. Hanzo, Ethan, Agent Tech unleashes an ultimate, does manage to find their Lucio. But Monterey Bay Whales with the numbers advantage here, driving a couple of the Horde players back to their spawn, allowing them to take the payload before they're able to get to the second point. But here comes the Horde, charging back in. I'm sure the rest of the team's coming. Good pin by their Reinhardt, forcing El Guapo to retreat to wait for the rest of his team to come in there. Smart move. But he's taken out, unfortunately. The rest of the team just didn't rally quick enough behind his charge. You know, we got Lucio in here taking on the rest of the team. That's not going to work out very well. Mercy pushed forward a little bit too far there, trying to res El Guapo there. But that doesn't work out, and then our Lucio is taken out. So the entire the Horde needs to get back together, come in here as a team. You can see they're kind of sending people in onesie twosie at this point, which is just really the first time in this game that they've done that. They've really done a good job staying together throughout this whole game. So. But here you see Josiah, El Guapo's coming in here. But unfortunately, it doesn't look like the rest of the team's there. He's quickly eliminated. Hanzo ultimate unleashed, as well as the ultimate unleashed by Jackson, playing Reaper, does manage to push the team back and allow them to get to the second point. So 2 minutes, 56 seconds remaining. They're going to have to get through the final point. This is some of the harder points to get through because it gets a little tight. Trying to work through this area. Moira comes in here trying to stop our push, but she's quickly taken out. Lucio works his way behind us. So there is a Diva Bomb here going off. To no effect. Alright, we got some Hanzo does manage to take out. Reinhardt comes back through and managed to take out 1, 2 of the Monterey Bay Whales before he's taken out by the Reinhardt. But the Winston looks like he's going to try to take out that Reinhardt. But that Reinhardt for the Monterey Bay Whales is playing really good right now, so he's on a roll. Alright, exchanging some eliminations here on both sides. Agent Tech does manage to get elimination on their Moira. See if the loss of support characters is enough to allow the Horde to take the payload back and keep pushing. Just 1 minute 50 seconds left. So plenty of time. The Horde don't want to get too worried. But at the same time, they definitely want to start moving towards the objective. Reinhardt on Reinhardt. And it seems to be kind of the nature of this battle. Whoever has the better Reinhardt during each one of the engagements seems to make the difference. A good elimination by Agent Tech there. Good elimination by Winston. Agent Tech, another elimination, really targeting those support characters, which if you've got a Hanzo and he's able to take out those support characters, it makes it tough on the opposing team. So the Horde did manage to get the numbers advantage, is pushing the payload before they storm in here with the Reinhardt that stops the push. Just a minute, 4 seconds left. See if they're able to continue. Good charge by Reinhardt. Ultimate unleashed by Ethan. Agent Tech here doesn't find anybody home. But Reinhardt does manage to take out their Reinhardt. And the push continues. So you can see the final point there. There's a Diva Bomb set off again. Doesn't find anybody home. So they've just missed on those Diva Bombs on a couple occasions at this point. Only just probably 10 meters to go. Ultimate unleashed by Cam. I'm sorry, by Jackson there. Does manage to push a little bit more, but the Horde does finally make the final push. Does get all 3 points with 23 seconds remaining. So good job by the Horde. They got to those first 2 points pretty quickly, and then the Whales did a really good job stalling them right before that second point, and then all the way up through the third. So let's see if time is the difference in this match, or let's see if the Horde is able to stop them from pushing to all 3 points. This is a really fun match to watch because it's really evenly matched. So again, the Whales are going to need to do all 3 points to achieve all 3 points in order to win this map. If not, then the Horde will win this map, and then they will win the match because this is a best of 3. All right, so here you see the spawn. Again, the Whales are in blue. The Horde are in red. They'll spawn out of the panorama here. And the Horde should be en route to set up some type of defensive position here. So it looks like Agent Tech is going to be playing Pharah this time. So that's a little bit of a change that we have from last time. And looks like a similar lineup to last time the Whales pushed the payload. They've swapped over to use a Sigma this time. He was really effective for them last time when they pushed the payload. So we'll see how that plays out this time, or if the Horde's able to counter him with the play of somebody else. Potentially that Pharah could be a good matchup against that Sigma to keep him and his Gravitons from being so destructive against us. All right, so here they come. You got your Pharah in here raining fire down on them from up above. We've got our DPS and our tanks right in there in the thick of it to take them on. Reinhardt does manage to take out their Lucio right at their spawn point. Using that shield wisely. His DPS is in behind them. Trying here for a hard spawn pin. Sigma does come out with a smash, but doesn't find anybody home. They did manage to sneak somebody out there. Looks like they got their Moira back here that did manage to get behind everybody. Everybody else is trying for a spawn pin here, really keeping them pinned back in that area. Let's see how they decide to counter that. Again, the Moira's retreats back into the spawn, so but their Sigma does manage to take out our Reaper, quickly rezzed by Declan, so good job, but that is enough to allow them to push out and get on the payload with their Moira here. So the Moira continues to push the payload while the rest of the Horde battles back. So somebody's got to get eyes on that payload and realize what's going on there, because they're earning credit. It's, even though the Horde is really doing a good job driving them back, it's allowed them to push the payload. Finally, Ethan recognizes that they were pushing the payload, so he comes back and takes out the Moira. He's battling the Echo here, takes out the Echo while the rest of the battle takes place towards the spawn. So good job by Agent Tech recognizing they were pushing the payload with a couple of their characters and going back and eliminating them. So actually allowing them to push the payload a little bit buys us some space so we don't have to defend in such a tight area. So that could be considered a benefit. Their Moira again knows what the mission is trying to get to that payload and push it, but doesn't have the rest of the team behind her. So good skirmishes taken out. Reinhardt, El Guapo does manage to take out the Sigma, who again is probably one of the better characters on the Monterey Bay Whales. Good Sigma really is a great player to be good at in this game in terms of a tank. You can see they've swapped over. Looks like the Whales unleashed the Gravitron. And then an ultimate, the Bunny Bomb, does manage to take out 2 of the support characters in the Winston of the Horde. So good job with that Bunny Bomb by the Monterey Whales. Jackson comes back with his ultimate. Does manage to de-mech Baby Diva, but Baby Diva and Sigma come back and take out the Reaper as the last stand. So good initial stop by the Horde. Only have a minute left to get to this point. So let's see if the Horde's able to stop them from getting this first point, win the map, and win the match right here. But quickly, Moira and Sigma take out the Lucio, the Winston. Boop by Lucio manages to take out our Mercy. A couple eliminations traded here. Reinhardt comes in, gets an elimination on their Sigma. So while it was looking like the Whales would have an advantage, Reinhardt, El Guapo comes in here with the Reinhardt play and does a really good job allowing the rest of the team to get back before the Whales could really take advantage of those couple of really good eliminations on their side. Reinhardt demechs the Diva and takes out Baby Diva. Reaper elimination, Reinhardt elimination on Lucio, just 20 seconds left. Horde's making a really good stand right here, right around this choke point, which is a really good place to do it based on the team comp that they have. Reinhardt takes out the Moira. The Monterey Bay Whales are working hard to try to get back in time to take this payload. You can see they swapped over to using a Wrecking Ball. Actually, that was Echo using the Wrecking Ball. Here comes a Diva Bomb set off by the Whales. Does manage to take out our Winston, but not before our Reinhardt takes out their 2 support characters. The Rez brings our Winston right back. So they are in overtime, but it looks like we're driving them off towards the payload. We're in overtime. Ultimate Unleashed. Farah, a couple of good eliminations, taking out the Diva and demeching her. And the Horde manages to take out the Monterey Whales in the second map, thus securing the victory. Let's see who our player of the match is. And our player of the game is the Monterey Bay Whales Diva, and I'm pretty sure it was when she set off that one Diva Bomb, and it is. You can see her here taking on the Reinhardt, taking out El Guapo there. Sets off for Diva Bomb, takes out 1, 2, 3 eliminations. So good job by the Monterey Bay Whales to take them out at that point, but the Horde was too strong, kept them from getting even the first point on that map, and it secures a win for the game. So a win, a W in the win column for the Horde. Excellent job today. Good GGs and good game over there to the Monterey Bay Whales. Really good match, good evenly set match this week. And it was a lot of fun to watch from a spectator's perspective. So we're going to tell them good game. We're going to set up for our next match. Our next match starts at 7 o'clock with our Hanover Horde Gold team taking on the Gold team from Franklin, the Shogun. So it should be a good match too. Come on back for that. Watch our stream on YouTube and Twitch. And it should be a lot of fun. All right. Thanks, everybody. Take care.